Welcome to Escaping Purgatory, a podcast where we rewatch Supernatural, then talk it through in the hopes we can finally escape this show.
Join us each week and leave comments on upcoming episodes, and together we can escape Supernatural Purgatory.
Hello.
Would you like a drink?
Well, this should have been last week's episode. When I was.
You're right. I thought about getting myself a drink as well today, but I was like, nah, I don't have anything fun. Well, I have a couple of fun drinks, but nothing like real fun. So
I have squash, apparently a very British drink. That is my drink of choice today. Yep.
Yes.
It is pink.
I have water because squash is not a thing here, and I'm jealous.
I just feel like Americans would love it though, because you always see on TikTok like, I'm making a pink drink. Like, what if you could just put pink squash in it rather than like your fancy juice?
Mm-hmm.
And it's got no sugar. It's good for you. Well, not good for you, but you know.
It's better than soda.
It's better than it's better than soda. So
it's like 95% water. So
yeah. Maybe I should
soda.
start the squash business in the US and just become a billionaire, a squash billionaire.
You should do that.
Yeah, I should.
Get rid of they have like powdered stuff, which is gross.
No.
But no, it has to be liquid form, so it dissolves quickly. But how did we get here? I don't know.
We were talking about drinking, which is the theme of this episode.
This episode was fun. So this is season 7, episode 18, Party on Garth, written by Adam Glass, directed by Phil Shagrisha. I said last episode that like it's Adam Glass, so it's unlikely that I'm gonna like the episode or something in it's not gonna make sense. Mm-hmm. I feel like it was very self-contained, so I was quite happy with the episode. But you were saying you were bored of it, so like by the end of it, midway through, which I honestly think is just because I don't know how many times I've seen this episode.
Same.
That like it's just there wasn't anything that was like, oh, I didn't notice that before. Apart from there was one thing, but this was a prop thing that had happened.
Oh.
So when Garth, his stunt double, gets thrown through the window, you see like the pillows that they use to like catch him like fly up into the air. It's really funny.
Really
I had to go back to make sure that was the case, and I was like, that's really weird.
Definitely it.
So but other than that, I didn't really see any of the goofs in that.
No, I mean, I've watched this one a lot too, and I don't quite know why.
It's just silly, like you know, Mr. Fizzles and Garth being Garth. Dean actually being drunk is quite endearing.
There's only a few mentions here of like his drinking problem, which I feel like should have been more front and center in this episode.
Yeah, it should be like, maybe you shouldn't do this, Dean. Like your liver's gonna give out if you drink this much.
Like, yeah, it would have been interesting, the like morality of, hey, should an alcoholic be drinking even if it means to catch a ghost and save people? Yeah, right.
That's true.
You know?
Yeah.
So that could have been an interesting conversation this episode, instead of like, haha, drunk ghost. But yeah,
there's definitely other things they could have said with this episode, but they didn't.
Yeah,
and
that's fine, I guess.
Yeah, I would hate to see the Garth's hotel bill at the end, because he like just grabbed all of those mini drinks from the mini bar. And those are so expensive.
Yeah, they didn't put down real credit cards. He just booked it. Surely.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Garth's too, like, I don't know.
Honest.
Honest. That's the word I'm looking for. And he would just pay it.
Yeah, maybe. But like, what does he do for money?
I don't know.
No.
Yeah. They never meant. I know. I don't know. I think they're just supposed to assume that all hunters do like credit card fraud.
I think so.
Yeah.
But one thing I want to mention now, and hopefully I remember to mention it when it comes up in the episode, is that I have a thought on the way that Sam and Dean react to seeing Garth in uniform.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, all right. I'll try to remember.
So, hopefully I remember. If not, I'll cut that out. So yeah, I don't really have anything else to talk about.
Not at the top of the episode, no. Don't think so.
We'll get into it?
Yeah.
Sounds good. So we get the recap. And I don't know if you noticed this, but at the beginning of the recap, there's like this sparkle/bubble sound. Like, as the sound that they use to pour like champagne on screen, like it doesn't really make a sound.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But it's that kind of noise.
Yeah.
I was like, huh? Okay, fine. Like, when you're going into this episode, you don't know what it's going to be about. So to hear this like really out of place noise, especially for what they show on screen, I was like, okay, fine.
Okay, yeah.
And it's basically a lot of season 7, Time for a Wedding.
Yeah.
Which, that was episode 8, right, of this season? That feels like so long ago.
I think so, yeah. It does feel like a really long time ago. It's just a recap of Garth. All the Garth moments.
Exactly.
A Garth montage.
And like Bobby mentioning his name on the phone. I don't know what episode that was from.
I don't
Cannot remember. But like he's telling him that, no, you have to call the real FBI.
Yeah.
And that is really it. Yeah, it was Garth all the way down.
Yeah, all Garth.
And so we're in the woods, giving Cabin in the Wood vibes.
Oh yeah.
2 sets of teen. I thought they were like early 20s, but maybe they're teenagers.
Who knows with casting of teenagers?
Right.
They could be in their early 40s,
This is very true. But 2 of the girls were working in a cafe, so I'm thinking probably like college age, like beginning college age.
Yeah, makes sense.
So yeah, 2 couples are there. Sorry.
I was gonna say, and they were drinking too, and I don't think they would show underage drinking on Supernatural.
True. So the couples weren't drinking; it was just the boy.
Oh, okay. Oh, maybe yeah. Okay.
But yeah. So they're telling a ghost story around by the fire of a Jenny Green tree. I was just thinking, I'm pretty sure they've used Jenny Green tree in something else, and I just could not think of what it was. But it was so familiar to me. I was like, what? I mean, it's yeah. They've told, what was that other ghost story? Where they went to see a friend of a family.
Oh, I don't remember.
And she got on her like stomach.
Oh yeah.
Ripped apart by it. Oh no, I don't remember. That was from like season 2 or 3 or some time ago. At this point, anyway, so he's being all spooky and stuff, and then because there's some initials carved into a tree.
Yep.
And then you hear like somebody sort of make a noise off to the side, and it's a boy named Trevor, and he's the only one who's there solo. So yeah,
sure.
He's literally the tag along because he's the brother of Chris. He's telling the story. No, Ray. Who's telling the story?
Yeah,
Chris is telling the story. Ray is the boyfriend of the other girl. Trevor is lit. He is lit up. He is drunk. And he's like, oh, why don't you call Dad and bust me? He's just like, no, you're wasted, but you just can't drive. He's like, yeah, whatever. And he starts to like hear stuff in the woods, but like nobody else can see.
Yeah.
And then he yells at everybody they've got to run, and they're like, what the hell? Like, why are you trying to scare us? You've already succeeded with your stupid little jump out thing. We then cut to Ray and Chloe walking through the woods, and then they find a dead Trevor with his guts just gone.
Like that scene reminded me of this film that I watched way too young. Like I switched it off because I should not have been watching it. Called Jabberwocky. And I don't doubt anybody's heard of this film. It's like some kind of B made for TV movie. And there's this bit where this guy gets like snatched in the air and like his guts ripped out. And the noise and the sound and the way this was done reminded me of that exactly. So yeah.
Yeah, no, I can say that watched Jabberwocky.
No,
It just
don't think anybody has. Yeah, it's a British film from 1977. It reminded me exactly of a scene from that. So there's the deep cuts for you today. Like,
Yep. Deep Amy Law on this one.
yeah, realties. Oh, yeah. So we cut straight into Garth. Like, I love the way they introduce him again with like this badass soundtrack, and like he's just sauntering in.
It's always going to be forever in my mind, and I'm not mad about that.
So he's like, he's a sunglasses guy, Garth, but I think he only wears sunglasses because he thinks they make him look cool. You know?
I think so.
Yeah. He's watched too much like CSI Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes in to question these like teenage girls, who they're outside of their place of work, like presumably they're waitresses or like kitchen staff or whatever. One of the girls says to him like,
"What do you want, Top Gun?"
Which is such a good line.
It is.
I love that so much.
I think anybody who wears reflective aviators, that's the only way I'm gonna ask them a question.
For sure, you totally should. It's the only way to greet them.
Yeah.
He just says, for starters, I'd like a little respect, and like holds up his like badge. Mm-hmm. So he goes on to question them about the murder / whatever it was supposed to be. I can't remember what they're saying. Animal attack, I think, at this point. And like they're saying, he was super drunk when it happened, and then they kind of direct him in the direction of, that's really how I say that, this Jenny Greentree woman ghost. It reminded me of that stupid thing from school where people were like, do you know trees are green? I don't...
What?
Have you never heard that before? Like, it's such a playground thing, someone to be like, do you know trees are green? And you go like, no, you don't know that trees are green.
Oh, trees are green. Okay, I got it. Because I was hearing trees are green, and I was like, what? Okay, trees are green.
Yeah. It reminded me of that. Don't know why. So yeah, they go on to say like they think she died in the woods, but she's actually buried in the town cemetery. So cut to Garth digging up a grave in the cemetery. Mm-hmm. And he's like talking to himself and the ghost, presumably. He's like,
all right, Jenny G, your ganking days are over.
And then he like sets it on fire, and as he kind of like about to walk away, he says, "You've been Garth," and then does this like slow motion action hero walk.
You see, so a few things about this.
Yeah.
I love every moment of it.
Mm-hmm.
But like he gets to have his Dean moment where he holds up the matches next to his face gets lit up like Dean does. But as he does his slow-mo walk away, you just see the fire slowly getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I'm just thinking, oh yeah, so they totally just leave open graves everywhere. They didn't go back.
No, yeah, so true. So, and like, I feel like graveyards have a lot of foliage. Like, how many, incidental wildfires have they caused?
I mean, I feel like it's deep enough down.
Yeah, probably.
That it shouldn't, but that fire, yes, absolutely.
I think what they should have done is like they should have had the fire in like real time and just had Garth walking away in slow motion to make you think that he was just like doing it by himself, because I think that would have been funnier.
Because that's exactly what he was imagining, right?
Yeah, exactly. Did he put his sunglasses back on? Because if he didn't, he should have. Even though it's night.
I don't think he did. No.
No, he should have. That would have been good too. Because it's nighttime.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has like a kick-ass like tune. And he's done the job. Cut to this guy Ray, who was the other guy's brother, and he's having a bad time because his brother just died. He's sitting in his car drinking. Getting like voice messages from his friends saying like, don't do anything stupid. And he gets out of the car like carrying a rifle, thinking that he's going to track down whatever bear mauled his brother, presumably. I don't know how you'd recognize that bear if you even just saw a bear. And like, also, who shoots a bear, man? Like, no, nobody does.
Yeah, Some people do. Some people
they?
go bear hunting, I guess.
Blech.
But like not drunk, not at like 18 age. Yeah, no.
So he stalks through the woods and he sees the ghost. I presume it's a spirit.
It is a ghost.
A ghost? Yeah, a ghost.
Yeah.
And gets murdered, essentially, as well. Do we see the ghost at this point? We do, don't we? Just about?
No, not yet.
No.
We kind of, yes, because you see a woman in a white dress and long hair, but like not clearly. Wait.
Not till later, I don't think. We really like see her.
Yeah.
So, and then Garth, we're back with Garth. He's like getting some food, and he's talking to someone on the phone and says, "Yeah, I clocked out, put it to bed, problem solved, I'm headed your way, so fire up that hot tub." And then says, no, I heart you more. Who's he talking to? It better not be Becky.
It's not. No, because later in the episode he says my lady has twins.
Oh,
As
yeah.
in twin girls. Oh, not twin girls, but like kids. That's why you can do Mr. Fizzles.
Oh, yeah. So as he gets into his car, he's got his police radio on and he overhears that they've got another body. But it's like really casual police talk, like, we got another body up here. And he goes,
What? No way. How is that possible? I Garthed her.
love it. I love him so much.
Yeah.
I just think, like, DJ's, like, I guess, is it, like, Midwestern accent? Like, just real plays into Garth. I don't even know, I don't know American
Southern.
accents. Southern?
It's Southern.
It is Southern, yeah, you're right. There's just something about it that, like, just really works for Garth.
It does.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, that is his. He doesn't put on an accent. That's
No.
what DJ sounds like. So it's just like, it just, everything matches.
Because I've seen DJ in lots of other things. He doesn't always do his, like, Southern accent. I don't know if I've seen anything where he actually does other than Supernatural. I'm trying to think. Must have, surely. But I love it. Because I think there's something about, like, a Southern accent where people can say things so nicely and it can be so bitchy. And I think that's Garth. Like, he's just sunshine and rainbows, but yeah.
Sometimes what's being said in the tone, you're just like, wait.
What did you just say?
Come again?
So we cut to Dean. He's talking on the phone. Sam is driving for a change. Sam's fine now. We're all good. He looks good. His bags have gone under his eyes. He's fresh-faced. He's talking to Meg and asking about Cass because he's like, oh, all right, we'll call it if he wakes up or, anything. Thanks for your help, Meg. But it's just like, ooh. But then he hangs up and just goes, what a bitch.
Because Meg's responses are gonna just be like sultry, like inappropriately sultry for no reason.
Yeah. See, if I have a really frustrating conversation about that, I don't tend to like swear afterwards. I like hold it away from me and just give my phone like the finger. Like, yeah.
I'm surprised he just doesn't say it to her over the phone because like he's called her a bitch to her face.
Yeah,
maybe that's why.
Yeah, they had this like 10 years like truce, I guess.
Alliance.
Yeah. What they call it, mutually assured destruction.
Yeah, true.
So I guess he's trying to stop insulting her. Sam asks after Cass, and Dean's like, he's the same, like down to the draw. So I guess he's just sort of out for the count.
Yeah.
And then Dean asks Sam, how's your custard?
Your Bobby start showing Dean.
Oh yeah, that's so true. That's a very Bobby thing to say. Sam says, oh, it's all right, it's getting better. I wish it wasn't like the damn tape from The Ring. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing for this episode. He says, I feel okay because I passed on the crazy. And he's like, no, you didn't. You heard what Cass said. I was like, what? Like, I thought that was distinctly what Cass said. Was Sam not correct?
Well, so technically he wasn't crazy, right? He couldn't pass it on because it's not actually like crazed. It's just like, I think what we were saying at the end of last episode, where it's like a corrupted piece of his soul.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than like his mental state.
That makes sense. So Dean's phone rings to avoid anything else about this conversation. You know, classic style.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had that happen in a while, so I was quite pleased to see it.
Yeah, true.
So Garth rings Dean and he's like, hey, Dean, it's Garth. And Dean's like, who? Which rude. Come on, man.
Right?
How many people do you actually meet that you don't remember another hunter? Like, honestly.
And like, you would remember Garth.
Yeah.
He's a hunter who hugged you. Come on.
Exactly.
You remember that.
And like, it was that whole thing with Sam getting like married. Like that was a big case. Whatever. He's just being mean.
Yes.
She's like, Garth Fitzgerald the Fourth. Like, we worked together on that demon thing. And Dean's like, oh yeah, you know, how you doing? Because I'm ready to cash in that chip bra. There's something brewing in Junction City, Kansas. And so we assume that they just go like drop everything and go and help him, which is sweet. I appreciate the friendship there. Because Sam and Dean walk into the coroner's office or the morgue in their FBI suits. And he introduces them to Corporal Brown, who is Garth, wearing like a military uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you notice Sam and Dean never do this, right? They never dress up in military uniform or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because John was a veteran.
Oh, yeah, of
so
course.
they would never do stolen valor.
Yeah.
So I think that's why when they both walk in, they're like, what the hell are you doing? Like, of all the things you chose, you decided to go with that. I honestly didn't think they were going to address it.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, I think it really annoyed them that he was in uniform. But I think that's actually Garth's uniform. Like, I think, I don't know if we ever get Garth's backstory.
Yeah.
So I think he was in the military.
That would make so much sense, I feel. Because I don't think he ever really... I'm not sure we ever know why he became a hunter. But, I mean, he has a particular set of skills, right? He always surprises them with how kind of good he is, although he's a little bit clumsy. But yeah, you don't know. I kind of love that. Yeah.
I think he was in the army. I honestly do. And like, he saw something in combat and was like, "No, what? These things are real. Let me go hunt them."
I like this backstory for Garth. I think that's why not?
Yeah. So it wouldn't technically be stolen valor because he was in the military. Yeah. Just under the wrong name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think this is good because the uniform fits him too. You know, like it could well be his.
Yeah, and it, like usually when you see like cases of stolen valor, there's usually something wrong with the uniform because they don't know what they're doing. That's how people find out who they are. But like, he even has the boots and everything.
Yeah, I like this theory. I think it's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he's saying that, you know, he's about to be shipped off, and he says pay respect to his cousin as he can't come to the funeral. And the coroner's like, oh, you know, it must be terrible losing two brothers so fast. And like, they all kind of look at each other because I don't think Garth really explained over the phone like what was going on. I think so. No. They've all turned up with no information at all. And even Garth is like, yeah, my aunt, she's really broken up about it because he's also seems to be on the fly, didn't have this information. Sam asks for the files, he gives them over, but the coroner gets a phone call from his wife. So many phone conversations in this episode.
Yeah, conveniently placed.
I mean, if you don't know how else to get a character out of the room, like, you could just be like, okay, phone call.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So the coroner leaves, so they can talk now. And Sam's like, you didn't say they were brothers. And Garth's like, I only just found out. Like, I don't know. Dean, addresses his uniform. He's like,
are you allergic to a suit?
No, I just look good in uniform.
See, this is why I think part of it is because he knows he looks good in uniform. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm with you on this. So they talk, you know, same cause of death as the other guy, gutted in the woods. And Garth tells him about the ghost of Jenny Greentree. Dean this bit was good. So Dean takes out an EMF reader And Garth's like, oh, I already tried that. Like, I didn't get anything. But then, like, Dean starts going off. And Garth's like, oh, well, I guess mine is broken again. This is an important clue for later.
Yes, very important.
So Garth explains that he like torched the bones of Jenny Greentree, and they decide that something else must be lying around for her to be haunting and killing people. Meanwhile, Sam's found out that he's found out that the first victim is linked to this brewing company called Thigh Slapper Ale. Which kind of, they haven't tied it all together yet, but that's where this guy's from. They're still talking about what it could be because it's like brutal but invisible. Like the witnesses said it was invisible. So Dean's like, oh, a werewolf? But like, no, it couldn't be a werewolf. Like maybe an invisible ghost werewolf. And Garth's just like, why do you think I called for backup?
Yeah.
Sam asks about this ale situation. Thigh Slapper Ale. And Garth says, is that a stripper or a beverage? Which, I don't even think that's a good stripper name, Garth.
Yeah. No, it's not. Has Garth ever been to a strip club?
Absolutely
I don't think
not.
so.
Absolutely not. No, ever. Dean calls it a beverage for douchebags, presumably because it's like hipsters are supposed to drink it or whatever. Because this was peak hipster time, the 2010s.
And also, like, when microbreweries popped up and it was douchebag hipsters that were like, you gotta taste my microbrewer, I made it in my bathtub. I'm like, no.
Bold for someone who now owns a microbrewery. Wait,
right. That's very true. I forgot about that.
So Sam's, laying it out. The owner of this brewery was the dad to the two dead brothers. It's a whole family situation. And Garth just says, okay, I'll can the uniform, go fed, see you at the brewery in 40, and then just like leaves. Sam gives Dean a look, and Dean's just like, he grows on you, I like that Dean is pulling on like the Garth train, and Sam is just like, who is this clown?
Right. Well, because presumably, like, he doesn't. He saw Garth very briefly, but he had, the rose-tinted glasses the entire time. So, like, he doesn't know how he is.
So we cut to the brewery. Sam, Dean, and Garth are now all there wearing suits. They're introduced to this woman called Marie, who's the manager, and they kind of thank her for coming in because it's a Sunday, and they want to talk to people in there. She is the daughter of this guy as well, who owns the brewery. He's like, yeah, his friend Randy Baxter, they own the place together now. And Sam's like, now? He's like, oh, since Dale died. So you see like a man like standing in an office, he's just like berating this worker for coming in late. He just seems like a real asshole. And Marie has to kind of defend. It's like, he's actually a really nice guy. It's just not easy being the axe man. Okay. Mm-hmm. You can fire people nicely, I mean, it's not a fun thing to do, but...
You don't need to be an asshole about it.
Yeah, exactly. So Garth and Sam are going to do this line of questioning while Dean does whatever Dean does in this bit of the episode.
So Sam and Garth are going to go talk to Mr. McCain, which is the dad of the two sons, and Randy. Mm-hmm. And Dean is going to stay with Marie.
That's right. Thank you. I just got really confused by who goes where. I feel like now there's 3 of them. I just can't follow the train. It's really bad. The attention span is awful. So yeah, they are like questioning the CEO dude. And Garth just starts off like straight away like, is there any reason your son had like, does your son have any enemies? And he's like, they were animal attacks. Sam, like covering for Garth, says, oh, we need to explore every possibility. So they ask you other questions like, do they work here? Because someone have been jealous. Like, no, Marie's the only one who works there. They didn't. And then like this Randy Baxter guy's like, oh, it's okay. Like, leave him alone, like he's had enough. Don't question him anymore. His sons have just died. So yeah, that's that. Done. Marie and Dean are walking through the brewery for some reason. I don't know why she's giving like an impromptu tour of the brewery.
I wonder if it's just like innate, right? When you're, I'm guessing they give tours.
guess so. Officers for a reason, man. I don't know. So she.
Oh, so one important thing about what just happened with Garth and Sam, as they're talking, Sam notices like a box with Kenji on it, or Japanese.
Oh yeah, that's so true. Yeah.
It's like, and it looks out of place amongst everything that's there.
Yeah, and like they didn't. I guess like it's a clue, but also they mention it like outright later on as well.
It's true.
Yeah. So Marie's explaining that since Dale died, like her dad kind of blamed himself for stuff. He kind of feels bad about it. Also, Dale's wife is suing them. And he's like,
really? Why?
She's angry and grieving, and this is America?
Back to Sam and Garth and Randy. So he's explaining that like he knew Ray and Trevor, like his sons. He's like his godfather to all of his kids, but they never do anything crazy. Garth asks if he has any kids, and he's like, just Jim's. They borrow my car, raid my fridge. So no, he doesn't have any children of his own, which is important later on as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then they talk about Dale, like this third partner. Explain that he died a few months ago. He committed suicide. They go, I'm sorry about that. And they explain that he had problems for a long time. So obviously it's looking like this third guy is maybe the ghost. Like there's something going on here, and they're trying to get to the bottom of it. Because Randy explains that they're selling their brewery now. It's been in the works for months, and like it's going to be public pretty soon. And it's a shame that all this is happening around the time that we're going to sell the company.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm really off today.
You're good. This episode does jump around in weird ways, though.
So a lot. Yeah.
So this is Adam Glass's writing, though. Mm-hmm. He writes Supernatural like just a normal police procedural show.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Where all this kind of stuff happens, where it's just like, cut here, cut there, cut here, cut here, cut there. It's just like, okay.
Yeah, so we're done at the brewery for now. They've got the questions. It looks like this Dale guy is probably the ghost because they're selling his brewery. That's the implication. And they're like half right, I feel, in this case. Yeah. I
don't feel like it's ever really explained as to why Dale would have committed suicide. Like, they're selling your company. That's not a reason. I mean, and it just feels, not to be crass, but very weak. Like weak reasoning.
I know what you mean.
Like, it doesn't really, they don't really dive into like why he was having mental health problems that would lead him to wanting to commit suicide.
And like, so also, this is skipping ahead a bit. The implication is that he knew there was like a spirit in that bottle to murder them.
Yes. Yeah.
So like, but how did he know that? And unless the spirit killed him too.
But they wouldn't have ruled it as suicide because his stomach would have been, or his insides would have been
weird. Out. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it should have been, he also died in a strange animal attack, like a few weeks ago or whatever, or a few months ago. I don't know. Because it would have made more sense that the spirit he unleashed, like, killed him first.
Or, like, just say he was dying of a terminal illness. I feel like terminal illnesses kind of get, like, he knows, like, he's known for a long time that he was gonna die from this illness. So that's why he picked up this box. Because he was like, we need to keep this business. Oh, I don't know. It just...
unless his death was how he, like, started the curse. Maybe that was the, like, payment to do it. And he was just so hell-bent on revenge over his, like, weird microbrewery. This is the thing. It's, like, such a weak reason. But he killed himself to start the curse of the bottle ghost. That's the only thing I can think of. I think it's that.
Or it could have been a mistake.
Yes. Oh yeah, true, that as well. I don't know. You're right. It's not really explained. And also, like, I also don't feel like he has to be dead for this to work.
No.
Like, he could have just cursed them and been like, now I get to take over the brewery.
Exactly. So he knew he was gonna die.
I don't know.
So he had to, but like...
It's stupid. They shouldn't have killed him off. I reckon they just didn't want to pay one more actor. This is my actual theory.
Yeah, probably. Because there are so many people in this episode.
There were a lot of people in this episode to keep track of.
I feel like of all the Supernatural episodes that we've had recently, this has like the highest death toll.
Yeah, I think so. And like, it didn't even feel that. I feel like the stakes weren't high, and this was just really bad. As well, even though like there's so many people died. I don't know. So yeah. Anyway, next we go to Jim's family home. So that we know this because they show a picture of Jim, his 2 sons who are dead, Marie, who we've met, who's the brewery manager, and there's also this woman Lillian and a young girl who's presumably her daughter. So whether she's his wife and mother of Ray, Trevor, and Marie, or I don't know why it's somehow presumed that she's like a stepmother. I don't know. She gave stepmother energy, and I don't know why.
I think it's having an orange juice with vodka and giving an orange juice to your kid feels very stepmotherly. I don't know why.
Yeah. I feel like the girl is her kid, like second marriage situation. I'm making backstory for this woman, but it really doesn't matter.
She's on screen for like 2 minutes.
Exactly. She's making her what is commonly known as a screwdriver. That's right, isn't it? Orange juice and vodka. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
I do like that. That's good. Also, like, who does this? So she makes herself like vodka and orange juice and makes her daughter an orange juice because she's like, I don't know, 6, maybe. And she gets the glasses the wrong way around and then walks off to go. Oh no, she puts them both down on the table, right?
Yeah, it's like the way that she's placed it looks like it could, one or the other could be her daughter's glass, but it's just like, why not make it obvious? I mean, I guess she's grieving, right?
Yeah.
2 of her stepchildren, children, whatever. I don't know.
You should just be more careful with alcohol around children, like, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she goes out to the door and leaves these 2 glasses there. And
she's the other daughter.
She's the other daughter. She's not a stepmother.
I'm surprised that the like granddaughter wasn't killed. I mean, they weren't going to kill a 6-year-old or young girl on screen, but like she should have been.
Yeah. What? Well, no, because it's only their like direct descendants or whatever, what they consider their children, presumably.
Oh, I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah, so this woman is Jim's other daughter because they did say he had 4 children. Oh my god, this episode.
I was thinking like, wait, where was the other child? I guess because like the age range between all of them is really weird. Like I can't figure out what she looks like she's maybe in her 40s.
Do you know what's really bad as well? Sorry, I think it's distraction. I think we're just used to seeing on-screen couples as like an older guy and a younger woman too, so it's not out of the realm possibility that this was his wife.
Yeah. Yep. And like, I mean, it makes sense that a granddad would go to his kid, or a father go to his kid to like mourn together. Yeah. But like, you also just left your other daughter with the FBI.
I don't know. This seems like it's in the evenings, or maybe it's later in the day. I don't know. Yeah, this episode's I'm struggling to keep track of. Like, you're right. It's all the people. Why have you got 4 kids? Why couldn't you know?
Where's your wife, Jim?
Yeah, where's your wife? Oh. Anyway, so yes, this is her granddad, this little girl's granddad. So this girl takes one of the glasses and she takes like a sip of it and she goes like, oops, like she knows she's not allowed to drink alcohol, but doesn't drink anymore. She's a good kid. Mm-hmm. And it kind of cuts a little bit later where they're like sat down eating and she's like giggling. I'm like, I think even a 6-year-old would take more than like a tiny sip of vodka to get drunk, but I don't know. I don't know enough about alcohol and children.
That was a heavy-handed pour. Heavy-handed pour. I mean, probably. But, yeah, because the implication is that you have to be drunk. But they also weren't going to show...
Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah.
Drinking enough to get drunk. So, yeah.
Again, there was also no need for her character. They could have just had, like, her dad getting drunk and seeing her get murdered. It was just the shock factor of, like, a young girl seeing it instead, I think.
It probably has something to do with, like, The Ring and Judge.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, a lot of those movies, I feel like bring in little kids.
Oh, yeah,
to
so
see the
true.
monster.
Yeah.
Like, in the ring, and it's got the boy who keeps drawing the ring. Right?
Ugh. Can't deal with that movie.
No.
So they go into the kitchen all together. And this girl seems like a wisp of something will pass her, and she goes into the kitchen too. And her mother is like stood at the counter making sandwiches, and the girl is like pointing, doing that creepy kid pointing. We shouldn't say anything. And we see, this like ring-esque ghost just straight up like punch her hand through like this woman's stomach.
And like wriggle her fingers, you see it through like her shirt. It was Cass and the stretchy skin all over again, but with a shirt.
Yeah, the body horror in this one. Luckily, like her granddad like turns her away so she doesn't watch her mother get too murdered, I guess. But still.
Yeah. That's a bit much.
I don't know. I don't like the ghosts in this. I don't like the creepy Japanese ghosts that people do. I don't enjoy them. I've watched too many Japanese horror movies where I should have watched none.
Yeah. So I never watched The Ring. I've seen pretty much all of the quote unquote scary bits.
Yeah.
Just in like media by accident, but I don't do well with ghost movie, like possession, any of this kind of stuff. I don't do well with those movies. My imagination runs off with itself, and like no. This one I didn't really care, just because like it's like the makeup's really bad. Like
I agree.
Her wig's really bad, or like the way they styled her hair really bad. So like I was like whatever, but yeah. So I never saw any of the actual ghost horror movies. I saw like battle royale and like slasher stuff and stuff, but like
The Ring is like I watched it at like 15 with like all my friends, you know, because it was like a big thing back then. It's like 2005, and it just freaked me out for like months after.
Yeah,
I made the mistake of like going and watching the like Japanese versions after, because I don't know, my brain is like that, and there's a prequel to The Ring called The Ring Zero, which messed me up. Like, I can't describe. I can still see the scene that really freaks me out. Like, I can see it now. It's so scary. Like, I just can't.
I'm not gonna watch it. I'm good. I like my brain where it is.
It's not even that scary. Like, when you actually think about what it is, it's like that. Not actually scary, but oh my god, yeah. Give me shivers now.
Well, that's the point, isn't it? It's like you're not supposed to think about that. Oh, it's just a person in makeup and all that. It's like no, this is actually what's her name.
Yeah, even the fact now I'm like, freaking me out. Let's talk about Supernatural instead. That's not scary.
We'll do that, and you know, I'll make you a Mr. Fizzles.
Aw, thanks. I appreciate it.
So it's now at night, and Garth, Dean and Sam are in the motel, and they're like, well, you know, a million things could go bump in the night. And Garth is like fiddling with his EMF reader, trying to fix it. But then Dean's like, well, you know, if you throw in invisible, the number starts to go down. They're in Garth's motel room, and Dean picks up like a freestanding like sign that they would built or made for these motel rooms. It's wild. There's a couple of them. There's one next to Sam and one next to Dean.
Yeah.
And Dean picks it up and he's like, afternoon delights, really? Don't you think this place is a little? And he's like, you know, because there's a hot tub in this motel room.
Yes.
You want a nice hot tub after a day at the office. It's little things.
So like, Garth knows.
Yeah.
You need to like, you don't have to be in rundown motels and crappy places. You can actually like, you know, live it up a little bit from time to time.
Because I feel like Garth like enjoys being a hunter. I also feel like Garth could quit if he wanted to. Like I don't feel like he takes it as seriously as everybody else.
I don't think so. But like he still wants to save people.
Yeah, exactly. He's doing it because he wants to, not because he feels like some kind of sense of I don't know. Yeah. I just get that from Garth. Like he enjoys the challenge of it maybe. I'm not sure. But I don't know. Garth is an enigma to me. I love him for that.
And he doesn't ever really get explained, and that's fine.
That's fine too.
Yep. So Garth goes on to say that he feels bad for the people at the brewery. You know, they spend their whole life beautifying people through beer, which I don't know if that's something you should really...
I don't like beer.
Yeah, no, it's gross.
First, partner offs himself. Now 2 kids get ganked by unknown freakadeek.
I love it. I love the way he talks.
Oh, so good.
Sam's been researching this Midwestern brewery company, which is the name of the company.
Yeah.
Super original, by the way.
super good.
They are in the Midwest and they're a brewing company. Yep.
Why not?
Congrats.
Yep.
So Dale just wasn't a partner. He was the brewmaster. And Dean's like, brewmaster. I'm like, yeah, Dean. You know those whiskeys you like to drink?
Yeah.
There was somebody there who was a master of such alcohol too to get anyway.
I think it's a funny name though. I'm with Dean on that.
Yeah, no, I mean, fair. Because it still tastes like garbage.
Yeah.
So Dean gets up as he's talking to Sam, saying like, because I'm guessing either this brewery has deals in town, or they decided to go buy some of the like thigh slapper ale.
Yeah.
For them to try, or they got given it. They probably
I think
got
they
given
probably
it,
got
right?
given it. Yeah, definitely.
He's like, no microbrewery is what worth 8 food magazine awards. And as he's saying this, he's like taking the bottle out and like, beer's not food. It's, you know, whatever water is. Which, fair.
Yeah. It reminds me. This is such a. It reminds me of that Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode where they're on the boat and there's no alcohol and they're like, you expect us to drink mixers? Because it's just like orange juice.
That's so funny.
Soda. It's really good. Yeah.
So Dean takes a drink and he's like, wow, that's actually awesome. I'm not even mad anymore.
I think this is my controversial opinion. Maybe it's not that controversial. I think the entire alcohol industry is a scam. I think all beers, all wines, well, like obviously beer and wine taste different, but like all wines taste the same. All beers taste the same. And anyone who says differently is just lying or playing into like big alcohol. That's because I've tried many a red wine. I've tried expensive red wine. I've tried very cheap red wine, and it all tastes the same. And cheap red wine makes the best sangria, so that's what you should buy.
Yep. Honestly, it's like, yeah, you take your color of alcohol that you want. You want it white, red, dark,
brown,
lighter brown, basically water, and then they're all going to taste the same.
Beer tastes gross. Yeah.
It tastes like moldy water. That's what it tastes like.
The only acceptable form of lager is in a shandy situation, in which it's mixed with lemonade. That's the only way I'll drink it.
Because you taste the lemonade.
Yeah. Just like a little hint. Yeah.
Yeah.
I only drink whiskey and mead, which I don't know how I got into mead, but it's super good. I feel like it's very slept on as an alcoholic beverage.
I'm pirate all the way down. Cider and rum. That's all I want. So then Sam and Dean are drinking beer like normal, as in like taking sips because it's whatever. But then they cut to Garth and he's just chugging it like it's soda, and this is like how for one. And Dean says,
"Party on, Garth."
That's the name of the episode.
I did it. I can't do that with fizzy beverages. I guess beer is not fizzy. I don't know why. I always assume it is.
Sometimes
it's like
it is.
Sound when they open it. Because of that reason, like he belches at the end, and like I cannot keep that amount of like gas in my stomach.
Yeah.
But like a big, I can down a pint of water. Like good. That's just a good party trick, I guess.
Or you're just dehydrated. That's probably what it is.
That's also true. I am very dehydrated. I drink only pretty much tea and coffee, which is really bad. I don't drink water. I only drink squash, which I guess is like 95% water, as he said, but I can't drink tap water, man. It's gross.
Yeah, I remember we were talking about this last time too.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. So yeah, Garth says, I don't usually drink beer. It messes with my depth perception. And he like said, belches and hiccups. And like you can tell he's not all himself.
Yeah.
Because he's a little bit too much like himself. Especially when I'm skinny dipping. Like, okay.
Yeah.
And he says, hey, you guys want to hear a joke? Sam just sort of says, listen to this. This is something interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Sam's like, are you drunk? And he's like looking at these. It's coming from two dudes who just can finish a bottle of whiskey in like probably an hour and feel nothing. And he asks, are you drunk? He says, dude, I just drank a whole beer. Of course I'm drunk.
Oh, he's like a teenager, you know? He's had their first little drink. Bless.
Exactly.
Garth.
Garth asks for more thigh slapper, and Sam's like, no. And Dean's also like, no. Coffee for you, Tira Rain.
Tara Reid was like a actress.
Oh.
I don't.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember now. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Dale left the company 2 weeks before he died.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe he actually got pushed out because he didn't want to sell.
Mm-hmm.
And because like the Bats deal had been going on for months. And that explains why the wife is suing. Oh, the widow.
Yeah.
Maybe Dale had a bone to pick and is still picking it. Which, again, leaning into he's the ghost.
Yep.
So they hear over the police radio that they need a unit to the McCann's residence, which is who, as in Jim McCann.
Yeah. And
Garth says, well, hopefully it's like not in relation. Hopefully the ghost stayed in the woods and it's not actually there.
Yeah.
Sam's going to go visit the widow while Dean and Garth go to the house.
Exactly.
So we cut to the McCann's house with Dean and Garth. I have to make sure I say Dean and Garth because, like I said, too many people, too many names.
Yeah.
But EMF is not going off, and neither is this one. And Dean's like, "Is that mine? Like, where'd you have that?" He's like, "I borrowed it in case mine's broke." So he's like, "Still an invisible werewolf?" He says, "Maybe, maybe not. I can't get Tess to talk, which is the little girl.
Yeah.
But I get a feeling that she saw something, and Garth is going to have a try."
Mm-hmm.
And this is where he says, "Trust me, my special lady has twins."
Yes.
So they're going to talk to Tess alone.
Which is not allowed, by the way.
Not at all.
Children have to have like a another adult with them, like a guardian. It doesn't have to be a member of their family or anything. It has to be like someone, like a social worker.
I mean, technically, I guess there are exceptions, but like it can't just be like they can't talk directly to the police. I think they can talk to like a psychologist or like a therapist by themselves, but not just like actual law enforcement. Mm-hmm. I think they have to.
Yeah, this is against the rules.
I mean, their whole bit is being against the rules, really. And this is where we are introduced to Mr. Fizzles.
I love him so much.
Yes, the famous puppet.
And he just has that on him, you know?
Yeah, because he wouldn't have known that they're going to go talk to a little girl.
No. So he just has that,
Yeah. Just buried in one of his pockets. I mean, he is so skinny that like he could get like a really big jacket and just fill it with stuff and then he would look more padded out, right?
Oh yeah, so true. Love that. I think Garth does that too.
Yeah. And Dean's like, put the sock away, man. Like, you're embarrassing yourself. Which I don't understand because Dean knows how to be cringe. We covered this.
Yeah.
Dean knows how to be cringe around children so that children connect with him. Maybe he's not used to somebody else doing it. Like he's the one who's always has to do it so he doesn't have to witness it.
I feel like also when he is kind to children, there's never anyone else there. So he kind of lets his guard down around kids and he doesn't feel like he has to like put a front on for Sam or whoever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Garth doesn't have that fear. He's just like, I'm gonna be goofy because this is what I need right now, or what we need right now.
I think Dean is envious of Garth and his freewheeling nature.
I think so too. Yep. Yep. Like giving out hugs to people.
Yep.
Like, no. Yep. So he gets Tess to admit that she saw a monster, that it had claws, but that she's holding something back.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just playing some of this out in my head as I'm thinking about it.
You sure? Because Mr. Fizzles can sense when you're being a liar.
And Dean tries to, like, cut in and say, that's okay. And then Tess jumps in and says, I had a grown-up drink. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you mean like coffee or you mean alcohol? Because Tess, shakes her head. And she's like, it was an accident. Don't let them arrest me, Mr. Fizzles. Aww. And then this slow turn to Dean from Garth and Mr. Fizzles is just the funniest. Because it's like, see, told ya.
Yeah. It is so good.
Yeah. I also think it's like, are we going to arrest her? No, we're not going to arrest her.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he kind of forces Dean to kind of interact with the puppet, which, like, I love.
Yeah. That's awesome. So we cut to Dale's house with Sam and the widow.
Yeah.
And the widow was saying that Dale will travel all around the world for the best ingredients.
Mm-hmm. Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. He's going on to say, like, oh, I heard that he didn't leave on the best of terms with his old partners. And she's like, well, they sold his company right out from under him. But it's not about the money. It's about, it's his baby,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're getting upset over some really dumb stuff.
Right.
There's nothing to say that, like, you sell the company, right?
Yeah.
Make your millions.
Yeah.
Retire and continue to make beer.
Right.
Like, it's like you clearly started it somewhere small.
Uh-huh.
You just start again, but you don't have any financial woes anymore.
Right.
His choices are questionable.
Yeah.
Because now he's left his wife with nothing because he left presumably on his own accord, so he didn't get in with the deal to get a third of whatever they were going to make by selling the company.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no. Like, I get you don't want to sell out to big distribution company, it'll get changed and blah, blah. Mm-hmm. I understand all of that. But also, make your bag.
Yeah, like, it's fine. I don't know. Yeah, I've never felt that deep about anything, I think,
Yeah, no.
Not material worth.
No, not at all. Not to like, I'm actually with Dale's wife on this one, which we don't get a name for. I would also be furious because, like, I'd be more furious at your husband.
Yeah.
That, like, he took his life over beer.
Right? Like, yeah, I know. You can just brew more beer, man.
Just brew more beer.
Just brew more beer.
Weird, wild. Make, like, again, you wait until after the deal is done. Take your third.
Right. Give it your
start
wife.
another company.
Yeah, or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, Dale, strange character.
Yeah, like he's described as sensitive at the beginning of this episode. I'm like, what does that mean?
Yeah, exactly.
What does that mean? That means nothing.
Yeah.
Like, his sense of taste was sensitive. That's why his beer was so good. That's how I'm taking it.
Yeah. Like okay. Yeah, I know. I maintain he didn't need to be dead. He could have just cursed them.
Yep.
And then not sold the company, being the only one left. Surely that would have been a better end goal here.
True. Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I guess because he said, she goes on to say that Dale had said to her about that he was going to send them a gift that shows that I forgive them.
Yeah.
Which was this bottle of sake.
Yeah.
From one of his trips, and it had a box with writing on it. He was always so careful with it, wouldn't let me touch it.
So he knew?
he knew that there was a ghost in there, but like, did he get it? Like, did he get it because he knew there was a ghost in it and was like, well, maybe I'll need this one day? Or was it literally just like, or did he not? I hate everything about this storyline.
Because I feel like they spent so much other time on unimportant information in this episode, and like it didn't actually explain anything about the ghost, where he got it from, why he got it. Really, revenge feels so flimsy when he's already killed himself. I don't know. It's just very strange motive. Whatever.
The wife killed him. The wife killed him.
It's an Adam Glass episode. This is it.
Yeah.
This is what we have a problem with.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And because in the normal police procedural show, it doesn't have to be supernatural,
right?
So they would have gone like the wife would have been the killer the entire time,
right?
She would have killed Dale. She would have killed the kids, and then she would go to prison at the end of it. But because it has to be supernatural, he couldn't finish out that storyline, so it's just left with all the questions.
It just annoys me. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. Whatever. We just have to accept it and move on. It's okay.
Yep. So he wouldn't let her touch the box.
Right. So he knew. Definitely.
So he knew. Yep. So it's now nighttime and Garth is driving and Dean is going through a case file, I presume. Mm-hmm. We're going over the details of what's happened so far. So he's like, the kid in the wood sees something that nobody else does. Then Tess sees a monster and Jim doesn't. What's the thread? Garth says, well, certain mutants see infrared. Which, I mean, that's not a bad line of thinking because they are all technically related.
Yeah, could be mutants. Who knows?
Yeah. And then Dean's like, grown-up drinks. So fast.
Yeah.
So fast that he got that. But fine. Tess chugged her mum's, drink, like grown-up drink. Chug is a choice. And Vic number 1 was plastered. So it's a monster that you have to be drunk to see. Cool. Also hard to fight, which is true because, your hand-eye coordination is going to be a bit rusty.
I thought about this and I was like, Dean's going to have no problem because he fights monsters drunk, I don't know, like 90% of the time.
Also, they don't define how drunk you've got to be.
Right. Like what's your blood alcohol level?
Yeah, right. Because some people, that looks very different. So with Garth, it took one drink. Well, so here, I guess that's how they're seeing it, right?
Yeah.
It's your
personal
intoxication level or tolerance. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. Versus what your blood alcohol level is, which I think they should have gone with that rather. Yeah. Because that might explain more for her kid to be able to see it because she's smaller. So.
Is that not why Dean doesn't see the monster in this episode? Because he at no point has reached his level of intoxication. Well, he kind of does though with Sam. He does.
Yeah, but he is he's that kind of drunk where it's basically you feel like you just basically consume too much liquid, which is why you're feeling sick.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway, another details, but there you go. So Dean takes a drink from his flask.
Just getting in the zone. You were strictly on wine cooler.
Also, sure, Dean, any excuse to drink. Like, I mean, this would have been such an interesting episode if it made any kind of reference to that. But all we get is one comment from Sam on it. But yeah, because we're basically just watching an alcoholic get drunk in this episode.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That one episode way back when, the beginning of the season when it was really called out.
Yeah.
The you can't you can't handle the truth. The other truth episode.
Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only time it's really called out.
Yeah, I agree. This could have been interesting. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And also, there could have been just something that was just, I've noticed you haven't drank as much since Cass has come back.
Yeah, that would have been good.
I've noticed that you haven't drank as much now that my mind is back. So we don't make it so obvious it's because Cass is back.
Yeah, but since everything's fixed now, yeah.
Yeah.
You're looking better, dude.
Yeah. Nothing. And like nobody makes a comment of when Dean is literally there refilling his flask.
Yeah.
He's just casually doing it.
It's one of the things that like they never really properly address in this show that I feel really needed addressing. Like, I'm gonna go there. Even in the final episode, I think we see Dean like drinking a beer on his bed. Like, wouldn't it have been better to see him like flipping a sober chip or something? Mm-hmm. You know? I don't know.
Anything. Honestly, like, because I mean, Jack didn't really fix anything, so I'm not gonna go there.
No,
but yes, just something to show that he doesn't need to drink anymore.
Yeah, and like the thing is, the show says that, you know, that a lot of their audience are like veterans or people in the military too. Like, they used to ship DVDs of Supernatural out to people, and I feel like that is a thing that a lot of, you know, service people have issue with. So it would have been good to have some resolution of that at the end of like, oh, you know, trying to get better. I don't know.
No, I agree. 100%.
Instead of just being like glossed over.
Yeah. Or just, forgotten about.
Mm-hmm.
So Garth asks about the flask that he's carrying it, like asking if it's a lucky charm, and he says it's Bobby's. And then it does this quick flashback of like Garth paying attention to the flask and like the EMF reader going off. Then it clicks with Garth showing that he's pretty smart. He put things together.
Yeah.
It's like, do you think it's a possibility that Bobby's riding your wave? He's like, no, we gave him 100's weight. He's like, yeah, I burned my cousin Brandon and he stayed stuck. And, you know, they have ghosts in India and they cremate everybody over there. Mm-hmm. It's just instinct, but there is an EMF around here. It ain't just a job. And Dean's like, we're working, so we're not talking about this.
Yeah.
Dean's phone rings.
How many times again is this episode?
Yeah, right. Which gets him out. Garth does apologize, but like, I don't think he was ever going to let it go. I think he would have carried on. Because he does say, like, I hope fire did the trick. Like, kind of under his breath.
Yeah.
So Sam is on the phone and he says, all right, got it. We're on our way. So they go break into the brewery.
Mm-hmm.
Into the office, and because they're going to go, they didn't really explain why they were going to the office, but it was so that they could go, because Sam had seen the Japanese box in the office, so they're going to go get it. They open it up and the seal's broken already.
Yep.
And has already had like drink taken out of it, like, so it's sort of semi-empty.
Mm-hmm.
So Dean looks around the office and like sees that there's a camera. We're back to Sam being the knowledgeable one with computers because he hacks it in and gets the camera footage, and like they wave at the camera as if like they aren't looking at themselves already. But the thing is, how many times on a security camera have you waved at yourself?
Right. Oh,
probably more than once.
So many. Yeah.
So yeah, I get it, but also it's so silly.
Yeah.
Dean says, "I love paranoid people." They then start going through the footage and they're like,
all right, so first death was what, 4 nights ago? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And Trevor McCann, patient 0.
So what did he let out of that bottle?
We get a clip of the cleaner with Jim and Randy and Trevor. They're all there, and Sam's like, well, there's nothing here, and Dean's like, that we can see. This is where they get drunk.
Yeah, they get so drunk.
They get very, very, very drunk. And the one line from Sam was,
I mean, can you even get drunk anymore? It's kind of like drinking a vitamin for you, right?
Shut up.
I'm not sure. I'm guessing it's tequila that he was drinking.
Yeah.
I don't know. But it's strong.
It's strong.
Very, very strong.
Yeah.
And they keep playing and playing, and they keep drinking and drinking. And then they eventually see the ghost on the security camera. They're both very drunk. Yeah. Sam's like...
So he let that thing out of the box, and it must have just followed him to the place with all the thingies.
Yes. That's smart. I'm actually kind of drunk.
What is this?
Me likey. I miss these talks.
As if like we kind of missed everything that they have talked about while getting drunk.
Yeah.
Sure.
I want to see more of that.
Yeah, right. And then Randy like appears and he's like, "What the hell?" He's like, "Oh man." Being drunk, they have like no reflexes, no nothing. They have no self-preservation. They're just like, "What?" And Randy calls him out saying, "FBI hire, you know what?" And he starts calling 911. "You can save it for the cops." And Sam's like, "No, wait. You know, if you just let us explain." And then we see Randy fall to the ground.
Yeah.
Because Garth has just tased him.
Yeah.
You just tased an old man, Garth. That's real dangerous.
Savage. Absolute savage. It's like, almost like it's just panic. It's like, ah!
But like his face afterwards is like, I am very cool.
That's true. Yeah. Maybe it was his
But
power.
where was Garth this whole time? Because he was the one who took Dean to the brewery. Did he just like fall asleep in the car? He fell asleep in the car.
Well,
Fell asleep in the car.
Yeah, very poor lookout, I feel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, they've gone to a Japanese restaurant to find someone who speaks Japanese. I feel like it's within the realm of possibility. But this guy is the actual hero of the episode because without him, nothing would have been resolved. I feel
This is very true. Yeah.
At least he's getting paid for his time. So yeah, they asked this Japanese man who doesn't have a name, by the way, to read the writing on the box. And it apparently says, "What you took will be taken from you." And he's like, "Oh, you know, like an eye for an eye." He's like, "You know, where did you guys get this anyway?" And Sam says, "You know, what, is there something the matter?" He's like, "Well, you're not superstitious." And he like hands the box back. And he's like, "It says it contains a shoujo." And I thought, my Japanese is very rusty. Doesn't shoujo just mean like girl?
It's probably one of those words that has multiple meanings.
You're so right. Maybe it's shoujo with like a capital S. So he explains like a shoujo is an alcohol spirit. He's like, "Oh, it's an old myth. Like I wouldn't worry about it. But they're not known for being friendly." He leaves and they pay him, which like thank goodness they paid him for his time.
Yeah, right.
And he tells them to take care. Like he's kind of a bit worried for them that they have this box.
Mm-hmm.
So back at the motel, Garth is like doing some like in the background. I can't really describe it. Like,
Yeah. He's practicing.
Yeah, he's practicing. He's doing his katas. Sam comes in and is like, "Garth, where's Baxter?" You know, the guy they tased. And Garth must have dragged him in because he's like, "Oh, so he's a lot heavier than he looks, FYI." They put him in the hot tub with the pillowcase over his head. This is so bad. Like, they straight up kidnapped this dude. Garth hands Dean his EMF reader back and he's like, "Thought you might want this back." You know, ooh, just a little moment. And Dean's just like, "Okay, you've got the CEO of the douchiest microbrewery in the US gagged in your hot tub. Do you really think it's going to end well?" Garth says, "I'm not feeling the love." Sam starts researching the shoujos. Dean describes it as a Japanese booze monster. And Garth's like, "Oh, well, you know, I guess that's why you got to be drunk to see it." Very poetic. The very first link that Sam clicks on has all the answers that they need. So yeah, it talks about like this legend basically, and Sam tells everyone else that it's said to roam where there's lots of alcohol, which explains why it's attacking where it is. So like in the woods where they were all drinking, in the house where they had like alcohol in the kitchen, and then obviously in the brewery. And apparently, like, if you're placid enough, you could see one, like, skulking around breweries in Japan. Dean refills his flask, as we said earlier. This is the point that he does it, and, like, no one says anything at all.
They're literally talking about a ghost that goes after drunk people, and he's there casually filling up his flask.
Yeah, like...
as if it's nothing.
You're so
consequences of your action.
Yeah! Like, how they... I don't know. How he didn't get murdered by this shoujo in this episode, I don't know. So they explain...
Because he wasn't a cut child. The thing's direction, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. It's... Yeah, whatever. Like, come on, guys. So you can like they bound that Reaper that time, you know, you can do this with a shoujo if you put them in the right box. And you can basically like stick them on people that you want revenge against. So Dean's like, oh, so Dale did this. They're like, yeah, you know, send the bottle. Sooner or later it's opened. Then you have a shoujo that will do whatever Dale compelled it to do right here on the box. And Garth's like, it's not killing the people who screwed him over though. Sam says that Dale's widow described the brewer as his baby. So that's why the shoujo is attacking their kids, because they're their babies. And Sam finally says, it's killable. So we can do this, you know, like just like run its course.
What's their mantra? If it bleeds, you can kill it.
Exactly. But then he says, well, the only way you can do it is with a samurai sword consecrated with a Shinto blessing. And he's like, well, okay. Like, but do we have anything to go against? Because like the shoujo already basically killed everyone. Like Maria's there. We can maybe save her. So he's gonna go look in some pawn shops for some samurai swords. And they're like Garth and Sam are gonna look after Marie. Garth then fumbles his EMF reader and it suddenly starts to go off because Dean catches it, and obviously then it's close to him, and he just like turns it off, and Garth's just like, okay, so that was on purpose for Garth. He wanted Dean to take that from him and see if it went off, because obviously he's keeping the flask in his pocket, like at his chest.
Which is why Garth didn't say anything about the drinking, but just an excuse Sam.
Oh yeah, it's an excuse Sam.
And like literally, you guys are coming off of being drunk. Like you literally just got so drunk you could see the ghost.
Yeah.
That it wore off Dean real fast.
Right.
That should be really concerning. Because you can't see it. He can't see the shoujo anymore.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like it's and everyone yeah. So Garth basically says like, oh, I'm concerned that Bobby might be haunting you, like because. He says this to Sam because Dean was sort of giving him a warning look about the EMF reader. Yeah. He's like, I brought it up to Dean and he shut me down. And Dean just says, Garth, leave it alone. And Sam's like, oh no, it's okay. And then Sam explains that he already tried contacting Bobby because when that beer disappeared, he got suspicious and he brought out a talking board. And Dean's like, you did this without me? Like angrily. Mm-hmm. Always, everything Dean says in brackets angrily.
Right. That's what his script said.
Yeah, exactly. So Sam's like, why drag you into it? Like when I could just find out for myself. And he just says, if he was there, I would have told you. The CEO guy starts to wake up and he's like, oh, Dean says, okay, we'll talk about this later. Like, you follow Marie. Oh, let me borrow your keys. Again, driving. They just got like absolutely based.
Bastard.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gazeboed. Curtained.
What other random nouns can we say? Fenced.
Woolied. I quite like woolied.
Yeah.
So Garth then takes the pillowcase off the CEO and they have a little to do. Garth explains that he's trying to help him, that they're trying to go after the kids. And he's like, oh, I don't have any kids. And he's like, well, it does still affect you. And now he's like, now I want to tell me what you're hiding. And the guy's like, what? He goes, hiding what? Garth says, when was the last time you gave an employee 3 chances? And Randy says, never. And then it kind of he says, you're the Axeman, right? Tough job, but someone's got to do it. So how come that slacker janitor was cut so many breaks? So the guy he was yelling at the beginning, they're implying that he's his son. Which Garth is smart, right? That he figured all this out.
Yeah.
So, because this guy's mother was the CEO's secretary, but he was married. So yeah, basically they had an affair, and there was a baby, and now he works at the brewery.
Yep.
So Garth takes a bunch of those miniature bottles, as we said at the beginning, to drink. He throws the keys to the handcuffs at the CEO, and he's like, if you care about your kid, don't call the cops yet. And he leaves to go help out.
Yeah, because they don't have anyone going to the brewery because they don't know that the kid's going to be there. That's
right. Dean's getting the sword, Sam's looking after Marie, which left Garth to watch the CEO guy, and then he did this whole thing by himself to go save this janitor dude at the brewery. And we cut to said brewery, and there is the janitor, wiping some windows, and we see the creepy ghost stood on the other side as he like wipes the spray away.
Yep, but he can't see her.
No,
it's all
he's
very
not drunk at work,
which is good. So we're back with the Japanese man from earlier who's like reading the blessing that
I love this.
they'll need for these swords,
Yeah.
and he says it's, you know, it should be better under like a running spring. And okay, this is why Dean has water on him, because he was trying to sober up.
Oh yeah, that makes so much sense.
Yeah, but he usually talks about having coffee, so it was just for him to have water. And it was like already open, so I was like,
You know what's missing from this episode? The amount of bathroom breaks they had to take.
Oh god, yeah. Oh god, so much liquid, just so much. But also, they have been on so many stakeouts and stayed out for so long that I'm pretty sure their like bladders are like solid.
Well,
only a man could do this.
I feel
if it was a woman, UTIs all the way.
Oh, so 100%. Like, yeah.
So the guy does the blessing on the sword while he's pouring the water, like
so good,
a bottle of water over it, because he had no idea that he would need spring water because it's all in Japanese.
Yeah.
So it's just like he was literally drinking it to sober up. And the guy's like, "Okay, that's it." And he's like, and then he hands over like a wad of cash to the guy.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, thank you." He's like, "No, thank you." So Dean gets another phone call. It's Garth. And Garth is like running towards the brewery, and he's like, "Baxter's got a secret love child. The shoujo might come for him first." Sure. I don't know why it's that one.
I guess Sam's on Marie, so like it's fine.
Yeah. But like, why would it go after... It seemed to have been going after the McCann's family.
Yeah.
McCann family first. Why would it suddenly switch to the Baxters?
Maybe it's like an age thing. Maybe they're going like youngest to oldest. Because I feel like Marie is the oldest.
Oh yeah, you could be right on that one.
Yeah, so maybe he's like the next in line.
Yeah, true. And Dean's like, "Whoa, slow down." He's like, "I'm trying to save lives here," but he starts to like fumble everything, and I was like, as he's running, you see him drop like a mini bottle of alcohol, a miniature, and then he hears him go, "Damn it," because he's like dropped everything as he's trying to open the lockpick the door. And he just keeps hearing this, "Damn it. Damn it."
Garth? You dropped the phone, didn't you? Hello? Garth!
Sorry. I'm here.
Where the hell are you?
I'm in the brewery.
And Sam is at a bar watching Marie.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like watching her in the window of the bar that they usually have back there. Garth then sees the shoujo watching the janitor, and on the phone he's like, "Dean, it's here." It's a whisper that's really loud.
Yeah, I love it so much. I love Garth.
And so Dean goes off towards the brewery, and Garth grabs onto the kid and like scares him because he's like listening to music. And he's like, "Come with me if you want to live." And I was like, "Oh, straight out of Terminator." Like he's just like everybody else in this show, making movie references.
Oh yeah,
Dean would be proud. So Dean then calls Sam, and he's like, "Are you good to drive?" And he like looks at his phone. He's like, He's like, "We'll get a ride." So, I mean, at least he doesn't want, Sam drinking and driving.
Yeah, Dean will do it, but he won't let Sam, which is so older brother of him.
Yeah. And I guess because he wanted to keep up his level of intoxications just in case. Because you'd have to watch out for the ghost to cut. He would have to carry on drinking and be drunk. So get a ride. It's at the brewery. There's another kid. Don't think, move. So Sam runs outside and just commandeers the cab that a valet has called for somebody. It's like, sorry, this is
this is national security.
National security. But it's an older man. He's the taxi driver. He's like, "Oh, I like to drive safe, Yeah. That guy can barely see over the wheel of his car. He should not be drinking. Not drunk, sorry. He should not be doing a taxi service.
No.
I would be nervous getting in that car.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Just saying. So we go back into the brewery. The son is like, what's going on, man? It's like, I'm the law, son. Now follow me. He's like, wait, are you drunk? I'm like, get away from me. He just, reveals a family secret.
Yeah.
That Baxter is his dad. Baxter screwed Dale. Dale roped this Japanese monster so you can only see when you're drunk, and it's now here to kill you. And the thing that he picks up on is that Baxter is his dad.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. Garth then looked past Baxter's son. We don't know what his name is.
No, I know. He doesn't have a
referred to as
name.
Baxter's son. And they run away, and he's like, there's nothing there. Like, what are you even going on about? And then the shoujo appears right in front of him and like throws him through a wall of windows.
Yeah, something.
Okay. And this is where you see like the pillows just
Right.
And the son's like looking around trying to see for everything. He sees a door shut, and then like claw marks appear.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, all the other times this monster has just sort of gone after the person and like that's it. He's having fun now.
Yeah.
And he's obviously stalling for time.
Mm-hmm.
Sam somehow manages to get there first.
He just appears.
Sure.
I know, right? How did he get there before Dean? I don't even know. Location
Maybe
wise.
he's on the other side of town.
Yeah, maybe the bar was close to the brewery and that's why Marie was drinking there.
Maybe. Many unanswered questions, but that's not really a big deal, I guess.
No.
In the grand scheme of things. It's all very chaotic. There's just a lot happening. Sam's asking after Garth. He's like, he got knocked out over there. And Sam puts the son behind him, says, stay behind me. And he's like, you can see it. Yeah, I'm skunked. That's what he calls himself. It's like, okay. And he looks over to the fire exit and he says on 3, but then the door shuts. He's like, okay, so much for that. And then the shoujo appears right in front of Sam and throws him against the wall, which also like cracks behind him.
Yeah.
And then Dean appears. All these men to the rescue, and none of them could do anything because 2 of them are drunk.
Yeah.
And none of them have a weapon. And so Dean starts like slashing the sword around, like hoping to hit the thing.
Yeah, because he can no longer see the shoujo.
Yeah. So Sam's calling out directions. He says right, and Dean swings left, and Sam says my right, and then he switches to like times of the clock.
Yeah.
So he says 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and then eventually he manages to like stab the thing. Oh no. He swings the sword and it comes out of his hand and like goes across the room.
Yeah. Well, no, there's like 2 bits here. I feel like there's a bit where Dean gets like knocked down and the sword like falls from his hand, and
That's
then
right.
he always does like a Jedi trick to like zoom it back into his hand, or at least it looks like it. You know?
Yeah. That happens just as Dean comes in to try and save the day. He gets knocked away. Then Sam starts to give direction as to where he needs to swing.
And then Luke Skywalker has that sword. Yeah.
Yeah. And he stabs the thingy, and it finally appears in front of everybody and materializes, screams, and then poofs.
Yeah.
And the sword drops. Mm-hmm. Dean asks if the son is okay. He says, I'm alive. Yeah. He gets a thumbs up from Sam and then asks where Garth is. And they get waved over to where he is, and Garth pops up his head and says, what did I miss?
He missed it last time, didn't he? That's like the joke of that. Like the demon,
But like, at least he was somewhat more involved this time.
That's so true,
Dean looks down to his hand and says, this moved. Bobby, are you here?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, do something. And like, because where he had stabbed the ghost and walked back to Garth and everything, he's come back again to pick up the sword. And Sam is watching from the corner.
Yeah. It was so funny. It was so funny. Like, his head just is like, hello.
He is drunk, though. Remember this. So,
That's true. Yeah, but it was just, I don't know, it's comedic, like, hello.
It was.
Oh. So they saved the day. We're back at the motel for the final scene. Garth is leaving. He's like, are you sure you guys don't want to hang out? Get some brunch, maybe some brews? And Dean just says, tempting, but we better roll. So no, they don't want to hang out with him. Garth then hugs Dean, and he goes, oh, yeah, and then, like, returns it. Like, he remembered that Garth's a hugger. Like, and then, like, Dean and Sam kind of share a look, and Garth says, call me anytime. And Dean says, all right. And then Garth says, and you, Sam. Like, he's kind of including him. Yeah. Garth and Sam shake hands, they don't hug, which I kind of love. Like, Sam's just like, no. He has a look in his eye that's like, I'm not a hugger. It's just not true.
Then Garth hugs him anyway.
That's so true, yeah. Like, he was going to let it go, and he's like, oh, I can't leave without hugging you. So he says, sayonara, Kemosabe's. And he might as well have just, like, finger gunned them. It's like, nice ride to their car. And he leaves. So as he drives away, Sam's like, you're right. He has grown on me. And the same entrance music they had at the beginning of the episode is playing as he leaves in his car. And Dean even waves, which, best friends now.
Absolutely.
And then they have to get serious. So Sam's like, okay, let's talk about it. Garth's gone, let's talk about it.
Exactly.
And he's like, what? About you doing the talking board? Like, it's fine, I get it. And Sam says, no, like, I heard you. What happened in the brewery, Dean? And Dean says, oh, it must have been just my imagination. And they go back inside, all broody. And Sam says, I know something happened. I just want you to be straight with me. And we get, like, a flashback to the blade doing its thing. And then a flashback to, like, the beer disappearing from that Ever episode and the piece of paper that magically appeared. And this is, like, Dean narrating all of this that's happening as well. He's, like, explaining that, like, Bobby's book fell down and they got that, like, business card to help him. All that kind of stuff. He's like, it's nothing, I'm sure. And Sam's like, clearly. Dean says, well, then what, Sam? Is Bobby here or not? And Sam just says, I think regular people, they see the ones they lost everywhere too. And he says, yeah, because it's ghosts. Like, right. And Sam says, oh, they just miss them a lot. I mean, they see a face in the crowd. We see a book falling off the table.
Same thing, Dean. I did the talking board. I ran plenty of EMF. When that beer went poof, I went a little nuts.
Yeah, why didn't you tell me?
Like I said, a little nuts at the time.
Well, so, like, he wasn't sure if it was reality or not, right? He was still struggling with Lucifer in his head, so...
Exactly. So his whole thing was confused anyway.
Yeah.
So Dean's like, well, if it wasn't Bobby, then what Jedi'd that sword into my hand? And Sam just explains it as, the shoujo slammed the door. Like, maybe it was trying to grab the sword too. And Dean kind of concedes that. And he's like, okay, well, if it was Bobby, he'd let us know. And I'm like, the signs. Like, he's trying to let you know, my dude.
Yeah. It's, like, very specific things about cases... No.
Right?
He's letting you know.
I don't know how Sam doesn't see it. Because he even says, like, who knows more about being a ghost than Bobby? Instant Swayze, am I right? And Sam's like, oh, yeah, exactly. And Dean says, your theory is that we're practically regular people about something for once. Okay. And then just says, well, you want to grab some brunch and brews? It's just, like, cementing the fact they didn't want to hang out with Garth, and that's really sad.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, Sam does say, like, I'm so hungover, I just want to hit the road. Dean's like, okay. And then as they open the door and, like, Sam leaves, the camera, like, pans back around and we see Bobby stood there. Obviously his ghost. And he's just like, oh. As Sam and Dean go to get in the car, he's like, Dean says, hang on. And he goes back inside. And we still see Bobby's ghost there as Dean goes in. And Dean goes, there you are. And the Bobby smiles and Dean walks towards him and picks up the flask. Yeah. And Bobby's just like, I'm right here, you idiots. Dean does do like a little pause, like he almost heard something, you know, like little pause, and then goes, and Bobby's ghost just says, balls, and it disappears. And that's the end of the episode. They drive away.
Yeah, but the theme was playing while all this little bit was happening.
Oh my
I was
God.
like, fuck you guys.
It was! I didn't even clock it, but you're right.
Yep. The theme was playing, and I was like,
Oh, that
and
sucks.
with the face acting on both parts, like Bobby looked teary-eyed, like he thought he was being seen, and Dean was like teary-eyed as if he could see Bobby. It was all very Swayze, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they have to address this by the end of the season, and we're running out of time, so they needed to bring him back soon.
They did.
You know?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think in the next few episodes, we see like Bobby more often in the background, trying to get their attention.
Mm-hmm. The next episode is the Bobby episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what is it? What is the Bobby episode?
Like, as in, we kind of see, I think, like, there's like a parallel thing going on in relation to Bobby, but I don't think he gets it revealed in the next episode.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
I don't think so, anyway. If I remember it correctly.
I do not remember much else of this season now.
Well, maybe he does. I can't remember. It's fine. But yeah, he has to get. We're next episode is episode 18 of like 22 or whatever. Like, we need to address
19. 19.
19. Oh my gosh, it is. You're right. Yeah. So yeah, we've only got a few episodes left. They need to resolve this. They need to resolve the Leviathan thing. They need to like do the cast thing. There's so much stuff like they need to do. So it's gonna start. The pace is gonna be going quick. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really have anything else to say about this episode because it was just massive plot holes, but it's fine because there were some funny lines.
Yeah.
And it's just a good tie-in filler episode because I feel like they are building back out their roster of hunters.
Yeah.
So we've seen Jodie hunt for a little bit. We've had Garth come up a couple times.
Yeah.
We got Mackie the other day. I know Mackie never makes an appearance again, but he, like, just referencing other hunters, and it's just another one in the books.
Yeah, I liked it. It was fun. I like Garth. Like, Garth's always going to make an episode good. And I feel like if he hadn't been this episode, it would have been super boring.
Oh God, yeah. That's no. It would have been too serious the whole time.
Exactly.
We needed a featherweight to make us chuckle.
I liked it. It's one of those ones that's always a rerun. Like, you know, whenever I watch Supernatural, it always seems to be this episode. So, yeah, I like it. I have seen it many, many times.
Yeah, so many times. So many. So yeah, the next episode is Of Grave Importance. Ooh. That's the name of the episode, not how I feel about it.
It's to do with ghosts, as we said. So, you know. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, but like I said, like you said, even I don't think Bobby is revealed. Maybe in the last sort of minute of the episode, but I think he's there on screen for us to see. But the boys don't see him until like way later.
Yeah,
because I do remember them the line of them saying like he would instant Swayze it, like he would know everything about being a ghost.
Yeah,
like because he does try to. I remember him trying to explain that like it's much harder being a ghost than you would have thought. Kind of
yeah, I think that's right. It's been a long time since we went to the end of season 7. Yeah. So, interesting. Well, we'll see what happens next time.
Yeah, we will. All right, I'm closing this out.
Yep.
So at the end of the episode, we'd like to thank the Pixel Agora for his amazing logo art. And if you'd like to get that on something from our store, you can. You can visit Redbubble for that. Yep. That was really awkwardly said, but that's okay. And if you'd like to come talk to us about ghosties and horror movies you shouldn't have watched when you were young. Mine is Alien. I watched Alien when I was like 5. Somehow.
I've never watched Alien.
I shouldn't have.
Nah.
That's so good. You should watch Alien.
Yeah, I should watch Alien.
You should. Yeah, you can find us all over social media. We are on Facebook, Tumblr, Instagram, YouTube, Bluesky, Ko-fi, I think even as well, as Escaping Purgatory Podcast, or just Escaping Podcast on Bluesky.
Yeah. So this week we got some brunch and some brews. So next week, hopefully we can find our way out. Bye.
Bye.